Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new here. Come on in, come on in. Thought I'd do a really quick. I know I said I would try to be here on Wednesday, but then we had a grocery drop off and a play date. And it was just such a beautiful day. So I'm a little late, but I'm here. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Happy Thursday. Hi, Big 1111. How are you? Welcome in. Thought I would tap in and do a quick collective, just a tiny one. Hopefully you can't hear the TV in the background. My dad is watching TV in the other room, hanging out with my daughter. He's sleeping. He's napping. It's very cute. It's very Papa-esque. I love it. Watching Gilligan's Island. Yeah, I hear. I know. I see. I feel. Lots of wild stuff going on. Between the stuff with the pyramids this week. Oh, 10 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups upright. Interesting. Right? And then when is retrograde over? Whew, stumbling on my own words too. Oh, speaking of the pyramids, I wasn't even thinking about that. Isn't that funny? I just grabbed the deck because it was right here. Hi, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome back. I'm just shuffling while I give some people a minute to come in, and then we'll do just a quick collective, I think. Nothing big. I'm hanging with my dad and my daughter, and he's napping, and she's playing, and so... Yesterday we had a big play date, and we had people over. So it was, yes, it is. It is tarot. So it was a no-go on a live. But I am here now for one. So let's see. What am I? I'm being called to something else, guys. I'm looking for a good oracle to start with. Oh, I haven't used this one in a long time. Sacred Rebels. Excuse me. Really great one. I mean, I suppose it depends on the define believe in it. They're cards and they exist and they create conversations and they either resonate or they don't, which is the entire premise, right? So what do you not believe about it? Hello, Marina. Welcome in. No, I don't have Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I have said, I think in previous lives, that playing with Magic in college really, it brings back that kind of vibe when I use my oracles and my tarot. Soul, I do on Sundays. On Sundays, I do like small, practically personal readings. I usually try to do between 3 or 4 like groups of 10 readings at a time. So if you wander in, you might come in at a good time to get your name on a list. Let's see what we got. Tribe vibes. Best message, Spirit. Focus on the light. That is a really great message. That is a really beautiful message. Focus on the light. When you go within, I'm seeing the 37. 3 for me is about working together, right? Working and aligning. And 7s are about going inwards, right? Doing the shadow work, figuring out what your triggers are, right? Thinking about how you're feeling versus how you're, what is that? Acting and reacting, right? Don't react, right? That's one of those Stoic principles, to take your time. Focus on the light, reframing. We've talked about reframing before. I see heaven sent on the bottom. It's just a beautiful card. Talk about focus on the light. When you focus on the light, you can magnify it, right? You can expand it. Looking at it again. Like she's starting with just this small little piece of hope, right? Holding on to the small little piece of hope and just drawing it in, drawing it through, expanding it, thinking about the expansion of it. Best message, Spirit. Focused on the light, expanding it, expanding ourselves, expanding how we're willing to relate with ourselves and with each other. What is our 17? So there's another 7, and this is more specifically, I think, a spirit with oneness, connection with, trusting the universe, trusting all is as it should be, right? What is already with you? What is already with you? Things, these little blessings, these little steps that we've taken towards our higher selves, these little things that we've learned about ourselves, these little things, these little changes that we make along the way, What were we saying earlier? That the first step only needs to be bigger than the fear of not taking it. That's it, guys. Right? What you want wants you. So we've been growing, we've been learning, right? We're learning how to manifest, we're learning how to call towards us and call into us what it is that we want. We want to take up the space in our lives that we're meant to take up, right? If you see yourself, hi Hillary, if you see yourself on a higher timeline, you have to make those little changes, do those little shifts, right? Take those little steps towards the light. Stepping into that being of you that you want to become. You can't stay where you are and become somebody you're not, right? You guys are very excited. That's cute. I love you guys so much. That's so fun. Diving for light. A lot of this stuff with, I love this, diving for light, because we've been talking a lot about going within, right? And finding those little blessings and really just seeing how they've magnified and moved us, right? How they've inspired us to grow and learn and expand and become. I just love how this story flows from one to the next. And like how she's pulled in, you can see how in this one it almost looks like it's pulling in the hair, right? It's like the creating of the crown. It's like the cusp of the becoming, whereas here she's fully crowned, right? It's like a pro at finding, discovering, accessing the light. I love those vibes for the collective. I hope you guys are finding, I'm really getting this feeling like it's warmth, it's joy, it's like happiness in knowing the steps you've taken. It's like, okay, a huge thing for transmuting, right? Is learning to see all those difficult moments as being lessons, right? Those lessons as blessings. So like, if that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't have made that change. I wouldn't have taken a right there and gone the long way and seen the scenic scenes. And, you know, if I hadn't of, if my favorite coffee shop wasn't closed, I would have never found this really cool place, you know? Little things like that. It's like finding those little those little moments where it could really be easy to be frustrated or upset that a plan hasn't worked out, that things didn't go as you expected. But it's like accepting that it could actually have gone much better than you hoped. Right? I love that. Okay, no, I already got a deck out. I'm over here playing with more decks, guys. I really am here. Just thinking the thoughts. How do you interpret the? It depends on the. Oh, every reader is a little different, Larry, so I can't speak for everybody, but I'm mostly an intuitive reader. In the tarot, you actually, most of the cards, I'll say, some tarot actually add additional cards, but they have an overall meaning. But a lot of readers like myself, we're intuitive, and we have a lot of other spiritual knowledge about symbolism of animals, colors, you know, shapes, designs, various other things. And once you know the basis of it, like, I don't think that two decks read alike because of the way the artists changed the way that they depict something. So, I mean, also contextually, most readers will tell you that the context of a card can shift depending on what cards they come out with. Yeah, Mahima, this is a collective reading. So this is just for the whole group. So if there's something in there that resonates, stick around. There could be something there for you. I'm just going to pull a few cards. We were talking here about really embracing the blessings and the little changes, all the little growth, like celebrating all the growth that you've made on your path, all the things you have to be grateful for. People coming out of Hermit. I don't know if you guys are stepping out. 'Tis the season, right? 'Tis the season to start making plans. Ooh, what do we have here? A Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so collective, if you've been holding back on starting something new, creating something new, all right, that's what I'm getting. Look at the pyramids again. Here we go. Maybe you're caught up in a lot of the news today and you're unsure about some things. There's like a lack of clarity, but it's something new. Let's see. I'm so excited. We need more clarity on that, Spirit. What is this? What is this? Something new that we've been putting off on or we don't have the clarity about. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Best message for the collective. Best collective message. Focusing on the light, right? That first step need only be bigger than the fear of not taking it. That Page of Wands gives that vibe a little bit. Like, you know, the fear of taking that first step. Oh, yeah. So also I'm getting you guys, ironically, it's not even like a fear. It's not like a laziness, but it's almost like a fear of success coming through. Okay. And this focusing on the little steps that you've made, right, is to keep you from focusing on, there's like, you know how they always tell you how like the more you grow your business, the more you grow your clientele, the more you earn, the more you do, the more responsibility you have, right? And that can create a fear of success. And I feel like that's the vibe that I'm getting out of those two cards. But you guys, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. It really is just like if you do everything above and by the book, right? And you're paying attention and you're taking care of your loved ones, right? And you're taking care of each other, right? We build, It's funny because the word utopian's coming to mind, and I don't think that that's the word that I'm really supposed to be looking for. But it's like I have a friend who's watching a lot of that dystopian stuff right now, and so the word is like stuck in my brain. But there's this working together for this fairness, for this balance, but it's shared with everybody. It's like nobody's left out in this. I love that vibe. To me, it's like don't worry about the first step. Don't worry about the success, right? Think think and focus on those things that you can do in service to your family, in service to the connections and the people that you love. There's a lot of stuff coming up right now. It has a lot of people stressed out. I know there's people out of work. There's people, there's so much love coming through from spirit. There's like there's so much emotional fulfillment left to be had. Like it's so available to you. Like it's so absolutely available to you. Like it's yours for the taking. Spirit's saying this stuff is a distraction. These fears of taking the first step because of the fear of success, right? Those are a distraction from this 10 of Pentacles, this Ace of Cups. That's such a cute card. I love this little cuphead face. Oh, Two of Swords. Yeah, make the decision. Make the decision. You're not going to know. You're not going to know what's going to happen, right? But what's not going to happen if you don't take that first step, what's not going to happen if you don't overcome that fear of success is this 10 of Pentacles, this Ace of Cups. What's not going to happen if you don't cut ties with this mentality, right? What's not going to happen? Don't worry about the... Sorry, guys. Temperance is on the bottom. It's making me laugh. So 5 of Pentacles came out, but it's in reverse. And it's like, really don't worry about the sacrifices that you have to make to get there. Okay. But the reason why I'm laughing is because you guys know I love Saint Michael and Temperance is Saint Michael. But check this out because I like, hello. So it's like, first of all, stay super happy. Right? Stay super happy at this time. It's really, really incredibly important for you guys to nurture that inner child. Okay, if you are like, where is this? It's in you. It's within you. Okay, and the way that you access that is through joy and playfulness, through emotional balance as the Queen of Cups down here, right? Through like... This is a lot of self-love right here. This card is a lot of self-love. Okay. So these are the ways we turn this energy around. This is that gratitude. This is that focusing on the light over here. Spirit really wants you to come down. If you're super worried about things that you're seeing in the news, things that you're surrounded with on the daily, whether it's certain people's energy or, I'm just playing with the cards. I have no rhyme or reason here, guys. Just see what comes out. I wanted you to see him, but it's a mess. Here we go. There we go. I just can't get over this. You guys shine bright, yo. Shine so bright they need their shades on, right? Whatever it is that's going on. I'm not really getting necessarily any hater vibes, but what I am getting is almost like a self-worth thing, right? These fears, those fears that need to be overcame. Yeah, there's an 8 of Wands on the bottom. It's a straight shot. Like as soon as you do it, as soon as you decide it, as soon as you go for it. What is this? Wheel of Fortune. As soon as you do it, as soon as you go for it, as soon as you reach for it, as soon as you take that opportunity. I love that. I love that so much. Aren't those cool? Oh, thank you, Larry. I have a lot of different ones up there. The cards are really, yeah, this is a really cool deck. I like it too. Excuse me, guys. Something fell on my lap. Seven of Swords in reverse. Again on that, as long as you're above board, as long as you're honest about things, even if it feels awkward at first, okay. If you're taking a scary first step, it's like, don't focus on the scary as like am I doing it wrong? That feeling is more like I'm just doing something new. It's something that can become habituated. Okay? It's a new process for you because it's something you've never done, like to step out of this fear and to really claim your abundance. This to actually move into calmer waters, to actually allow yourself to move into those calmer waters by doing what? Focusing on the light. Diving for it if we have to. If we really have to deep dive into those deep feelings, those hard feelings, those difficult feelings. What you want wants you, and what is already with you. And again, that gives that vibe of like Six of Wands, you guys. Totally victory on the bottom of the deck. It's stepping into that person that you want to be. You cannot step into that person if you don't make that decision, that Two of Swords. You know, if you don't make that decision, and it's a blind decision, it really is. You have no idea. You have no idea if you're doing it right. You have no idea if you're doing it right. But the important thing Spirit is saying is that you're doing it. Okay, you're taking those steps. You're asking people, how do I do this by the book so that these things don't happen? You're doing your research. You're figuring it out. I see a lot of great things here. This is amazing growth. This is like a straight shot right into a balanced and stable friggin' future. Hello. I'll take it. I'll claim it. If nobody else wants it, I want it. Mine. Oh, mine. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Devil in reverse. Lovers upright. Yeah. Doing things by the book. Sun on the bottom right behind that. Hello. Beautiful energy. That's so much healing. It's deciding to do the right thing. Deciding to serve in love and with gratitude, right? Focused on that light. Did the shadow work. Now what? I did the shadow work. Now what? Freaking shine. Shine so bright. Everybody, even your angels, need those freaking welding goggles. Okay. Okay, collective. Hi, Crystalline. How are you? Welcome back. I love that. Those are great vibes. Shine so bright. That's exactly right. Shine so bright that St. Michael needs a pair of sunglasses. Please and thank you. And I love this because it's like, when you're focused on the light, all that, the fear, you can start to let go of any kind of fears or shame, especially anything associated with your past. You know, you start to be able to let go of those things. You start to be able to embrace forgiveness as a form of self-love and self-care. And that really helps move things along and bring in this vibe. I'm getting a lot of reparenting out of this. Like allowing that inner child. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, that's great news. Thank you for sharing, Crystalline. That's good to know. Ooh, congratulations. I miss so much in the chat when I do these ones because I'm not talking to you guys. I'm just trying to read over here. So I feel like I miss everything. Oh, congratulations. I want to get some oracles, some like affirmations. That's what I meant to say. I want to get some affirmations. I notice I keep forgetting to get them out of the tea tin on Sundays. Maybe I'll just get some out of the tea tin. Or, oh, let's do a super attractor, because I feel like this one's really good for like kind of encouraging stepping out of fear, right? And into the light. Ooh, yeah, guys, stepping out of fear and into the light. That makes so much sense. Speaking of fear, into the light. Look at all this dark back here. This is, I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. That's exactly what that was saying. I'm not going to lie. That's exactly what we saw. We have some ancestors coming through, seeing the cardinal. I always get grandparent vibes because it was always super important to my grandparents. The cardinals. Oh, yay. I'm so glad you caught me too. I was really just going to come in and sneak a quick one and jump right off again, but I love this. Yes, Cynthia. That's why I usually say it's like a blind decision. You don't know. You just have to go on faith. You know what I mean? Hi, Devon. I'm sure I said it right at least 50% of the time. Here we go. Probably not at all. I probably just totally butchered it, but that's okay. Here we go. I did my best. So much self-love. I can't believe I put that other card away. I was going to save that one, but it was so on point, too. Let's see. Oh, we got a couple. Oh, I saw this one while I was shuffling, too. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't yet see the results. So like I said, those little steps. Those little tiny steps, they just need to be a little bit bigger than the fear of not taking them. It's not a substantial, I mean, think about it, because the fear of not taking them is actually an illusion. So it doesn't have to be a very big step at all. I'm thinking of those little moths in the hands there in the first deck, right? I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feelings and emotions. Boundaries with self. The stoic principle of learning how to set boundaries with your energetic boundaries with yourself, right? Learning what triggers you, how you react to it, how that affects your productivity. Right? How that affects how you tackle this healing, how you tackle those fears, how you project those fears, how you allow yourself to absorb those fears from other people's programming, maybe. Let's get one more. Let's get at least one more. I might grab the other deck that's like this. I like these ones. I like this artist. Oh, it exploded. Did you see that? better be good news. I'm just kidding. It's always good news. I love you guys. Man- Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Again, that service. That as you make that decision to overcome those fears, you start to become, and you're focused on the light, you start to become a better provider, a better, I don't want to use the word provider, but it's like acts of kindness, acts of service, right? And you know, this is really big family vibes, but to me, this guy in the background that's looking away and like handing it up to almost like give it to other people. Like it's a community aspect. It's an in-service thing. It took forever to get there, but it is like focusing on the light. Maybe that's how you feel. It took forever to get there. It really does. You have to go through the whole stack to get there, you know? I love that. Ah, look, there's the Cardinals again, guys. I love that. When I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. Appreciate what your ancestors had to go through to get you where you are today. The entire line of people from the beginning of time to now had to survive, okay? They had to survive, and they survived by taking those steps even when scared, right? Oh, okay. Thank you, person. Cynthia's like just not having it today. I thought I had another card that fell here. Oh, there's the moths. I didn't put them away yet. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Yeah. And then underneath that, I'm just going to give this bottom one on the deck because I absolutely love this one too. But it says, my true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. When you realize that what's on the other side of that fear is alignment with the universe, okay, is that thing that you've been trying to manifest in your life, it's on the other side of that fear. And that fear is only an illusion. So the steps only need to be a little at a time, a little change here, a new habit there, you know. Small, small, small acts of bravery, I'm hearing. Just take small, small, small. Oh, there it is. It doesn't have to be big. I can do less and attract more. They're just very, very small, small steps, right? Very small steps. Ever so slight, away from the shadows that are stopping you, right? Away from those codependencies or those ideals that aren't serving, and towards making those decisions for the greater good. When you make decisions for your greater good, when you really, really identify with the light. I'm not talking about manipulating people. I'm talking about deciding to do the healing, to do the work. I'm not talking about manipulating people to get something from them for you. I'm talking about when you go within yourself to create this new world for yourself, right? When you step past the fear, that's what I'm talking about. I love that. When you step past that fear, right on the other side is alignment. And it might not, you know, it doesn't look like alignment on the first step, the second step, the third step. It doesn't always look like alignment. Sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it's a jumbled mess, right? It doesn't really necessarily look like alignment, but you're growing and you're expanding. Each cycle around, each lifetime, each connection, each experience, each revelation. And everything unlocks a new fear a lot of times, right? But once you start, I love this. Spirit is showing me that it's almost like being on a roller coaster, you know? It's like once you've stepped over that threshold of fear and you've allowed yourself to experience the fun once, you want to do it again. It's like once you get that little taste of success, once you've changed that one little habit that's brought in some sort of success or growth or healing, right? Or understanding of self and others, of purpose, of relation, right? Relating with self, relating with others. It's beautiful. Right on the other side of it. I didn't expect that to come out that way because I wasn't expecting to give you guys a recap on the last one, which was about overcoming fears too, but hey. Crystal, it's so cool that you came in with your, well, basically a testimony on overcoming fear, right? Court is so nerve-wracking. It's such a nerve-wracking process. So that's so cool that you came out on the other end feeling good about things. Yeah. So maybe it's just like a good for you from Spirit. On the other side of that fear will be alignment. If it resonates with you, I'm sure it resonates with others. That's funny. Isn't that funny? Because look, when I put the cards back in, I was looking down at the devil in reverse too. It's funny. I looked down and I was like, what did I do wrong here? There we go. I got it. Oh, that was a beautiful reading, guys. I appreciate you popping in tonight. I'm so glad to hear happy news, too. Ace of Cups is like... yeah. Was it Cynthia or Jean that said it was like the cup runneth over? You know, yeah, it's an overflowing. My cup runneth over. It's like knowing that you're beyond blessed and like being grateful for it. It's like having God, you know, the divine spirit just hand you something that just completely makes you feel overfilled with contentment, happiness. And it's like a gift right from God, a gift from God. That was, hence the little Holy Ghost on top. He's super cute. You're welcome, Hillary. Oh, your moon water. Yeah, Crystal. Interesting. That's so funny. I remember you. Now that like I'm reading that, I remember having said that to you. I really don't remember week to week what I've said in any one reading, to be honest with you. I could not possibly remember them all. I think we did like 40 last weekend or yeah. So, but I do remember that. I do remember we talked about the moon water. Does anybody want one more poll? Should I get one more oracle out just for fun? I have time. My dad's hanging out here tonight, so I have a little extra time for the collective vibes. Oh, you know, let's do actually, since there was so much about healing and we saw the Ace of Cups and Temperance, I think we'll go with the Healing Water by Rebecca. And we'll get something out of here from her deck. I love this deck. I love all of her decks. With the Ace of Cups, I agree. Yeah, her packaging is interesting, but sometimes, Cynthia, it's almost kind of annoying because they can be tricky to carry, like travel with. They always like kind of just fall out the bottom of something. Vinny, if you like and subscribe, I do practically personals on Sunday. If you catch my live on Sunday, yeah, I do personals then. And if you don't want to wait until Sunday, if you look at the channel bio, there's information in there on how to book with me, book a personal. Best message, more messages, more messages. Please, Spirit. Oh, that flew. It was pretty too, the way it fell. I wish you guys could have seen the way it came down in my lap. Planetary wave. I was just going to say like a wave. That's funny. Wow, Selkie. Okay, so we have soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. So again, the more you focus on the light, look at how she's got the third eye and the light, the crown, right, all lit up. And it's like the more you focus on that light, right, the more you're bringing in light into your life. And you do that in different ways, forms of self-love, self-care, happiness, right? Time with others, connecting with the people that you love in positive and fulfilling ways, encouraging them to do better, right? Being open to people encouraging you. It may feel weird sometimes to receive compliments. I'm hearing somebody here has a really hard time to receive compliments from people who know and love you, your soul team. Okay, and you're allowed to accept those. And part of the whole thing about that was also the Selkie. Come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. When we first started, I don't know if anybody remembers when we first started, I saw the Hermit in reverse on the bottom of the deck. And I did say, 'tis the season, it's time to come out. Hi, Calissa. It's time to come out. Thank you guys for all the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, what really matters, reflect and reprioritize. That whole reading was exactly about this, right? The fear doesn't matter. What matters is, are we focused on doing things by the book, doing things in the right way so that we can be in service to others, right? To the people we love. If you're not doing the self-care, you're not doing the self-love, you cannot serve others. If you're constantly worried and struggling with the fear of doing what it takes, you can't provide for them, right? Ancient wisdom, the intelligence is within you. What did I say? Thank those ancestors. If you have nothing else, if you have nothing else going on, like that you can think of at any one time in your life, guys, if you are really struggling to find something to be grateful for, like in your current being, in your current time, if you're so stressed out and a lot of things are going on and you're really, really struggling, it's like Spirit really wants you to just be grateful for being. Like if you're really struggling, if you're looking around you and you can't find one single iota of anything to be grateful for in your life, Spirit just wants you to be grateful for the ancestors that got you here. It's like as soon as you're grateful for that, as soon as you're like, you know, thank you, God, for just blessing me with the air I breathe. Thank you to my ancestors. It's something about it. Something about it. New beginnings. Something is about to happen. It's a shift. It's like an instant shift. Again, with by the book, I see the sword, right, in her hand. Again, with that honest, by the book. I keep hearing that. Follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. It's right on the other side of the fear, y'all. Alignment is right on the other side of that fear. Oh, I don't tell you what to do. Oh. Are you calling people by your old lover's name? Oh, man. I'm sorry that's going on. No joke on eclipse, that's for sure. Big eclipse, big alignment, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even say it. I do have these pieces, you guys, that were, oh, look at this, the sacred well. There's a pregnancy there. I'm just saying. But again, self-care is coming through, giving from a place of plenty and replenishment. What did I say? If you do not replenish yourself, if you're not taking care of yourself, you are not going to give from a place of plenty. You're not going to give from that place of the Ace of Cups, right? So make sure you're prioritizing that self-care and the process of conquering these fears, right? Conquering fears takes energy. That's what Spirit's telling me. Conquering the fear takes more energy. Actually, okay, thank you, Spirit. It does take energy, but Spirit's saying conquering fear actually takes less energy than the fear itself does. Okay, so like overcoming that fear eliminates its ability to drain on your system, right? Thank you, Spirit. Them's big words. It's a big message. I feel like that's a big message for somebody, not, you know, not letting those fears drain on you. That's the thing. You get stuck in your, what's that, fight, flight, or freeze. You get stuck there. And you'll be absolutely exhausted for the rest of your life, right? Spirit's trying to move you on out of there, guys. I love that. One more deck. One more deck. One more deck. And I think I'm going to stick with Rebecca and go with the Work Your Light, since we were talking so much about focusing on light. We'll do one more by her. And then maybe I will go. We'll see what happens. Trust the niggle. The niggle. The niggle. The niggle. Niggle. I think it's niggling. Yeah, niggling. It's that feeling in your gut when you know something is... It's okay. Thank you, Spirit. This is a roller coaster vibe I was getting earlier. You know, it's excitement. It's not like the fear doesn't have to be scary. It can be excitement. It can be exciting. I don't know. I think it's like Spirit's trying to reframe it with me, and I'm trying to express what I mean. Like, I see this roller coaster and I see people in line anxious about it. Like, I see the first riders that are anxious about it and scared. And then I see the people that are riding for the second time that are anxious but excited. And then it's like some of those people that are anxious and excited are with people that are anxious and scared because they're introducing them to it. And it's like that's how we... bring each other to enlightenment, right? How we bring each other out of the fear and into alignment. How we step out of that dark place and into the light. It's like that cave analogy that we are, what's that word? You know what I'm talking about. So we were talking about Plato's cave a couple weeks ago, several weeks ago at this point. And in Plato's cave, it's like the guy comes out and he gets blinded, right? And then he's like, oh my God, that hurt, right? But then afterwards he sees all this wonderful stuff, but then he wants to come back and he wants to tell his friend all of this wonderful stuff. And his friend's like, but you burnt your eyes, dude. It's like, I don't want to burn my eyes. There's that fear, but on the other side of that, right? On that focusing on the light, when stepping through that light, on the other side of that light is the revelation. On the other side of that light is the enlightenment, right? On the other side of that fear is alignment. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I said that earlier. Don't dim. Shine so bright, guys. Thank you, Spirit. What a beautiful confirmation. Shine so bright. What a beautiful confirmation. I love that. No, Marv, I don't have OnlyFans, but you're not the first person to ask. So we have the Great Gathering again. Right, guys? We're all working together. Soul Tribe again. Here we are with Tribe Vibes, right? We're gathering together. We're talking about the things that matter. We're encouraging each other to overcome fear. We're having these awakenings. We're birthing a new age. Ooh, what a beautiful message. This one says energetic upgrades and new way of being. Again, with that Page of Swords earlier, right? Overcoming that fear is going to be, again, Two of Swords, that moon. You don't know what's ahead. You don't know what's coming. You have to just trust it, right? I love that integration, that alignment right on the other side of that fear. What was it? The Page energy, right? And it was the Page of Swords, I think it was. It's like it feels new. It feels unusual to move in new ways. But the only way that we're going to change this, the only way that we bring about this new age is to allow ourselves to breathe new life into the world, to change our own trajectories, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. The only way we do that is by focusing on the light collectively together and overcoming the fear of stepping into those spaces. You're not doing it alone either. You're doing it together. Sometimes it feels like she's like fragmented in this. And it's like, sometimes it feels like you're apart, but you're not. You're still, every one of us is the universe experiencing self. Every one of us has come here to feel separation. There's no other way to understand it as the universe than to create the experience. Right? And that fear of the unknown, that unknown is what we came here for. We literally came here to experience forgetting ourselves as the universe, you know? That's a really beautiful and profound thing to meditate on if you're struggling with finding something to be grateful for. This is a really hard one, but really do try being grateful for learning about the experience of separation. Try that. That one feels powerful. I felt that one. I love that for you guys. On the bottom, we have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So, and right behind the crumbling, guys, you can't even make it up with trust the nichel again. So I'm just saying, okay, if it feels like things are falling apart, because I got that vibe earlier and I was talking about, there may be jobs lost, there may be misdirection, redirection. It's not misdirection, it is redirection is what I'm hearing. So stop thinking of things as misdirection and start thinking them of redirection, excuse me. Does that make sense, y'all? I hope it does. I need some water here. This was a lot of fun. I do want to get a tea time affirmation here, even though this isn't my tea time day. Sorry if that was too loud. I don't know what's in there that would make so much noise. What? Oh. A change in there. There's change in there, guys. That's why it's so loud. There's change. Somebody left me a tip. Yes. Love that. Thank you, Spirit. Did you hear it hit the other tips? I love that. Be grateful for that abundance, no matter how big or small it is. That's what I'm hearing. There we go. Yes. Yes, Donna. Hi, Donna. Hi, Soma. Hi, guys. Yes. There's a lot of regeneration, Donna. There's a lot of reframing. Positivity, positive reframing. Stepping past fear. Lots of self-love in that reading, too, which was beautiful. What was I saying about the energy of fear, right? Taking up so much space than the energy of overcoming it would. Because it really, seriously, I know I just said something about that, didn't I? When the dawn of simplicity comes in life, oops, complications leave. Oh, there. Oh, complications leave. When the dawn of simplicity comes in life, complications leave. There is no need to worry or stress or fear. Take a deep breath, whatever the challenge is. Find the way to do it by the book, right? Find the way to... Do you guys hear that motorcycle? I don't even have my windows aren't even open. I just saw Trust Your Identity and I accidentally dropped it. Here, let me get another one. Ooh, Donna, we should talk later for sure. Me too. Let's see. One more. Okay, guys, what did I say? What did I say? This life. This life is a gift. I don't know, higher, lower, what works? There we go. This life is a gift. This life is a gift. I said that earlier. If there's nothing else that you can find gratitude for in your life, just in life itself, right? You just have to find it in the life itself. You don't have to find it in something outside of you. You don't have to find that gratitude in material things or in others. Right? That called me to this deck. One more. One more for the crowd. Thank you guys for all the likes. I think it'd be good to close on some enlightening As I'm saying, you guys, I think it would be good to go on some enlightening scripture. What does it say? Your faith has saved you. Go in peace. Spirit's got jokes all the time. Spirit's got good jokes. Make sure nothing's stuck in the deck. Okay. Spirit's got good jokes. Go in peace. Thank you, Spirit. One for the road. Ooh. Shut up, because what flew across the room? Go in peace. I'm still going to get one more because I just think Spirit's playing with me now. God's got jokes, guys. Allow yourselves to laugh at them, okay? Even if you think it makes you look crazy. Even if you look like Saint Michael with the goggly third eye on top of your head and the big funky star glasses. Just be grateful. Just be grateful. Just allow yourself to embrace and laugh at the jokes. Knock. I think Spirit's telling a knock-knock joke. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Enjoy the jokes. Okay, guys? Knock, knock. Oh. One time my daughter, I'll tell you one of my daughter's jokes. She comes up with some brilliant ones. She was like really little. She must have been like 3, maybe 4 years old. And she had some crayons and she was playing, and she's legally blind, guys, but she's not totally blind. So if you're like, why would she play with crayons? Because I talk about her being blind. It's because she can't see. She could see the colors and stuff. She just has to be this far from them. So she's playing with these crayons, and she had ripped off all of the wrappings, and she brought the covering of the crayons to me all balled up. And she's like, okay, I have a gift for you. So I opened up my hand, so preciously waiting, and she dropped all of them in my hands. And I said, "Oh, what are these?" And she said, "Crayon berries." So- she's so clever. They were crayon berries. So, I mean, embrace those little moments. That's what this reminds me of, I think, is that cranberry joke. She's so cute. Crayon berries. And maybe if you're one of those moms that would get OCD about the color names being ripped off, maybe it's a call to like not be upset if that happens to you in the near future. Just know they're crayon berries. You'll be fine. You maybe think of little things that are you're sort of crumpling and letting go of in your life as the crayon berries. You could just ball it up and let it go. Another one with the kids. There's something about them babies. I love it. Nothing shall be impossible unto you. So if there's something that just feels, especially in the idea of fear, right? Letting fear keep you from moving forward in something. Spirit really just wants you to know whatever this idea is, don't talk yourself out of it. It's not impossible. It can be highly improbable. I'm not going to lie. That could be part of your fear. Look, stay focused on the light. Seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. That's the lover's card. The woman is always looking to the kingdom of God. 633, so 3333, 66, right? 333, 369 coming to head. There's lots of sevens down here again. We have 77, 750, 1720. So a lot of sevens again, that inner work, that shadow work, that light work, focusing on the light. That's how you come out of the shadow, right? That's how you step over that fear. All of these things shall be added unto you. Seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Do things by the book. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Overcoming that fear, knowing the end goal is this highest path for yourself. Knowing that overcoming the fear is how you step towards it. Knowing that the kingdom of God is on the other side of that fear. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I'll take it. I will claim it. Whew, that was powerful. I like that. I gotta end it there. Spirit was like, really? Do I have to keep going? No, Spirit, thank you. We appreciate you. And all the confirmations and all the thank yous. Thank you, guys. All of the likes. I said thank yous, but the likes are thank yous. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I know nothing about them. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming and staying with me and hanging out on a surprise Thursday. I haven't quite figured out how Wednesdays are going to fit in for me, because every other week we have a shop, and sometimes there's a play date after our shop and sometimes there's not. So Wednesdays are like hit and miss. So that tribe vibe one is going to be probably more flexible than the Sunday readings, just so you guys know. But I made it. I tried. I wanted to see my tribe and hang out for a little bit. Appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I'm not doing personals tonight, love, but if you come back Sunday, I do personals on Sunday. You can try to get it on the list. This was just a collective vibe. I don't know how your answer wouldn't be to seek the light and overcome your fears, though. It might have something to do with it. Perhaps you should maybe watch again and see if something resonates a little bit more deeply the second time. Because sometimes that happens with me. So it is a good collective energy. And it wasn't even just the like healing, it was a full on like, it's like you've done the healing. It's, the healing was already there. This isn't like you have a bunch of more work to do. It's like you just have to take that step. Something that you haven't tackled, that fear. A lot of what was coming through early on in the reading is a fear of success. So, perhaps the reason why you're bringing up names in your other dates is a fear of succeeding with the new dates. I mean, that's something to consider. That could be an answer to your question, too. So, thank you so much. Absolutely, Crystal. Absolutely, Crystal. Clearing. Clearing, clearing, clearing. I don't have my selenite here. I keep it next to my bed. But yes, lots of clearing. Sorry, guys, I'm reading. I'm seeing all the requests for prayers, and I'm just like putting them in my mind for the week. Yeah, the not good sleep would actually be from the fear, the energy that you're putting into the dis-ease that you're experiencing around the waiting, right? So what is the fear that keeps you from coming out of waiting and stepping into a higher timeline with or without the person you believe should be there with you? I mean, it's just a question to consider. I'm definitely going to send some prayers out there for anybody. I didn't take a Reiki list, but for last week, but anybody who was on the list for the week before, I'll include you this week. For the, I imagine once you've given me permission for the Reiki session that you're cool with 2 of them. Oh, there's so many, so many. Selenite is really good for absorbing negativity, Larry. If you have real selenite, there's you guys, there's real selenite, and then there's like the cloudy stuff that you get that's really not selenite. Let me get my knife. Oh. So this is my selenite knife, and I use the term selenite very loosely because selenite itself is clear as glass, like real selenite. But the crystal structure of the selenite that they sell in the stores it's pretty identical. It's pretty identical. It's like they're built in the same way, structurally speaking. So they carry a lot of the same. Thank you, Satin Spar. That's the name. Thank you, Cynthia. I knew it was something. So this is technically Satin Spar, but you're not going to see anybody. You usually don't see people list it as Satin Spar. It's usually listed as selenite. Ooh. I keep it next to my bed, guys, because I'm telling you, if anybody ever came through a window, blunt trauma would be like, who doesn't keep a crystal knife next to their bed at night? It just seems like the right thing to do as a single mom. So, so thank you guys so much. I really had a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you coming out and showing your support and the likes and the new subscribes. And I hope to see some of you Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, it is cloudy. This one is cloudy. The satin spar is cloudy, but the selenite is like clear as a sheet of glass. It's beautiful. Thank you, Larry. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope to hear from you Sunday. I'm trying to get back into the mood to do some more shorts too, so we'll see what starts to pop up and around. But I'll definitely be here on Sunday, and I love you guys. Remember that if the world feels super, super cold and you're struggling to find a place where you feel accepted, loved, appreciated, encouraged, the collective is always here to lend a hand with that. We try to keep it positive in the comments, and we try to keep it positive in the chats. And I super appreciate all of my peoples. Hi, Free the People. I'm super appreciating all of the moderators. So a big round of applause. We'll do it the stimming way. We like to snap around here. So round of applause for all of the moderators for helping to keep the chat pleasant for everybody. Oh, nice. I have the pink Himalayan salt lamp here. It's kind of a little off screen. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I sprayed on my wall yet. I don't know what that's from. I don't remember it. I don't know what it would have been. Probably some oil of some sort. Probably christened my whole room to cleanse it one day and just never noticed or something. Anyways, guys, so I'm done saying goodnight, but I love you guys, and we'll be back on Sunday. Bye.